All right, guys. So I believe in Lincoln Riley. I believe that Lincoln Riley will win a national championship in college football. I do. And today was a great sign of it. He goes out there, he hires, a guy who led a top 5 defense, I believe statistically, in the UCLA defense, and that's Danton Lynn, the son of Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn, also a brilliant coach, brilliant NFL head coach and offensive coordinator for a lot of years. But Danton Lynn, not Anton, but Danton, I really thought that he would be the head coach at UCLA. I thought that the AD there would move on from Chip. It didn't happen. He is 34 years old, a young 34, just turned 34. He is from Plano, Texas. He actually grew up in the Lone Star State, so he actually has that connection with Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley grew up in West Texas and went to Texas Tech. So they're both from the state of Texas. Danton Lynn was a safeties coach. I believe that he mentored Kyle Hamilton in Baltimore, a secondary coach in Houston, and was a longtime coach with the Houston Texans from 2018 to 2020. Then he was with Buffalo as a defensive assistant and with the Chargers. Went to Penn State. Went to Penn State. He was a defensive back at Penn State. So does that explain everything, guys, or what? He is the son of Anthony Lynn. He's Danton Lynn. He is a rising star in the coaching profession. He was right with the Baltimore Ravens, I believe last year even. What was it, Michael McDonald maybe, or maybe it was Wink Martindale with that defense, Jim Harbaugh. And he has very good influences, obviously. He was also with Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier, I believe, maybe in Buffalo. Or maybe he was with Rex Ryan in Buffalo. But anyway, this guy has a great lineage. And then UCLA, this defense, I mean, they're sending D linemen right to the first and second round of the draft. You go out there and you tab him from a crosstown rival. I am shocked that UCLA let him go, but it's big ups to USC for paying out and putting their money where their mouth is. And I believe that just like Ryan Day transformed his program from a offensive powerhouse to a well-rounded team, I believe that USC can do the same. I believe that Malachi Nelson is a special player. You have Zachariah Branch, who's a very special freshman with Deuce Robinson. This team should not be going anywhere. Everyone's going to be dunking on Lincoln for a 7-5 year, talking hot seat. But then again, Lincoln's going to come out and win, and then everybody's going to be quiet. And everybody in Norman, Oklahoma right now, I know that they're going to roll out Luttrell and whatnot, but Lincoln Riley is going to get this thing rolling again because you can't keep Lincoln down too long. Lincoln won so many Big 12 championships, something that Oklahoma hasn't done since him. And then Lincoln Riley also with Baker Mayfield, they took Georgia and that Jake Fromm, Sony Michel, Nick Chubb team, they took that team to overtime of the Rose Bowl. They were right there in position to win a playoff game at Oklahoma and maybe win a national title. So I know the defense hasn't exactly been there. Alex Grinch did all right things at Oklahoma, but Lincoln's going to adjust. He's going to look inward. They're going to run the football. They got to get tougher. They got to start recruiting a lot better. But Danton Lynn, this is the start. This is an A+ hire, okay? Danton Lynn did fantastic work at UCLA. It's impossible to argue. Objectively, he was great. He's a young 34-year-old defensive coordinator. And boy, oh boy, if things go according to plan, Lincoln better be ready because Danton Lynn could be coaching at a Power 5 very, very soon. And that's a good problem to have. That means that you're doing well. That means your program is doing well if your coaches are getting hired out. So you better have contingency plans, Lincoln. But very good job. Did not rush the hire, took his time, and got him from literally the crosstown rival. Great job.